Hi guys, it's Aegis here. Sorry about no videos on Friday, but I really have been like crazy busy on work. So yeah, I couldn't basically edit anything right now. But this will be easy, so I will do it first. And I will be also doing a deck profile, and probably will keep doing some deck profiles, which will be more likely a ethereal crafting kind of style, like first draft of some of my decks from V Clan collection, because I did want to play test them out before I roll them out, but given that the current situation in Hong Kong, we just can't do it. Yeah. Well, so nothing much I can do. I can still try to remote, but not all my friends have the webcams and stuff, so we usually just still do physical card games so that we can just play directly. And then because we have our cards, we don't need a camera, we just play face to face. But now with the new limitations, we actually only can like have two people together, so it's basically not a kind of a friends community activity that can happen. So yeah, I will see what I can do, but so far I do have one long fight video that I still need to edit on VClan collections, and then I have some for the more of a overdressed T standard. So yeah, those still in here, so I probably would roll them out too. And then for deck profiles, in the meantime, will likely be only VClan collection drops, and then after lyricals. Then for lyricals, then we'll see, because of course I'll be doing unboxing and such. My friend bought 2 cases, so yeah. But okay, putting that thing aside, going back to the main topic for today, so which is my collections increase basically this week. A little bit of over last week as well, but still kind of within 7 days or such. So yeah, basically this current week. So I did get some stuff, and then some are not quite expensive stuff, some are a little bit more expensive stuff, but they are all for collections. And to quickly show you guys these ones, will be all these 5 are the same, which is the over trigger of Megami that doesn't have any nations, so it's still a generic one, I think, because it didn't say elemental and stuff. But I think we can still use this card, which is basically the 100 million and then extra effects 100 million, and yeah, just a basic generic over trigger, but it's a version for Chinese New Year, I think. We can put it like that. At first, when we see like this kind of image rolling out, we were thinking that might be a fully Chinese version, but you can see right here it's still Japanese text. This part I think is still a kind of a mixed, but you can see like trigger units, critical, all this stuff are still JP. So yeah, and it's like designed by someone else, not drawn by Clam. So yeah, it's a very interesting card to actually collect. At first I was finding where we can actually get this stuff, because from the Facebook of the Bushro TCG Chinese, that they say they will kind of doing a random draw on Weibo or something, but I don't use Weibo, so yeah. So I'm looking for like if Hong Kong locally we can actually get these, and then I ask my locals and they say we do have some, they're coming in, you just need to buy some stuff, and here you go. So I went there, I buy some stuff, I buy some packs and such, and then like basically bought the era set 1 stuff, because usually if we are digging for cards, that will be the best one to dig, because for over triggers, for PGs, for some of the boss units that you can collect like into another playset, and then you can just sell them out. So set 1 is still the best value if you ask me for the era. Of course the new set is great, but um, there's a lot of stuff that you still rely on the first set if you are just purely getting in the game, or you are preparing for like the next right line or something. Yeah, then you will need to go for set 1. But I bought some set 1s, I got some good stuff, and then I got myself some promos. I might not keep them all, might not, but at least I want to keep like 2 to 3 copies, just that maybe one can stay in the folder, one can go into my Magnolia deck because I'm using the generic one sometimes. Yeah, so maybe in the end I will use like sell some out, or maybe trade some out, or maybe like if some of my friends do need them, then we'll see and we will talk. Yeah, and then there's 2 more here, which I can just review them together, which is a Descendants Vanguard Zero Championship 2020 Autumn promo, and the Chrono Jets, which I think just arrived to the players quite recently. Vanguard Zero Championship 2021 Autumn. So very interestingly, I bought these together, but I didn't actually check the like seasons, and they both are from Autumn and just 1 year away. Descendant is a card that I have not bought before, so I decided to get it as well. And then Chrono Jet is quite new, because I saw, maybe some of you guys know that one of the Hong Kong Vanguard Zero player with the name Uzume and now changing into another name, I think, on his account, and then he starts selling this because I think it's quite new, and then the price is actually quite attractive, so I bought that. And because I like chat with him for a few times, we help out in some tournaments sometimes, so he also asking me like, are you looking for other serial promos, because before I actually bought this Maelstrom, Glory Maelstrom, from him as well. So I'm like, well, I was looking for the Blaster Joker pair, but then he said it's sold out. And then the other one that I was looking for was this, and then he said, yeah, I have one like X66 tries, do you want it? Yeah. Then I just take it together, and I think he is also fighting for the Messiah, which we will see. If he did get more than 1 copy and then he like gives me a good price, then I probably would also take it. Even though I don't play Vanguard Zero that much right now, especially the PvP side, because I don't always get a full deck to play with, or I need to spend too much resources to do it. So I usually just log in, play some PvE games, and then just let it go. That's what happens right now. Unfortunately, it's not something that I will put a lot of time to play, because I find other mobile games a lot more rewarding. Even though like these ones are great, but if I know I don't have a full deck to actually compete with others who do spend time and resources for that, then I probably won't be getting these. Like just by me myself fighting and go to tops. Yeah, I probably don't think I can do that. So I'd rather bought the cards that I want to, and before that you did see me bought the Rebirth and also the Chaos Breaker. So these are the Vanguard Zero promos that I currently have. Of course I don't have the MLB, I don't have the Blaster Blade Liberators, I don't have the Blaster Dark Revenger, I don't have the Blaster Joker pair, and then Messiah is still new. Then I think it's about that, around that much. I can't exactly remember how many more we do have, but I did get quite a few, and my first target was actually the Descendant because it really looks very cool, and then go into CVD with his own alternate art, which is so nice. Like even if I'm tracking it right now, it's so nice. And then this comes out like boom. And then this, so the timing is like this is summer, and then this is autumn, and then this is winter, and then concluding the Vanguard Zero Championship, and then this is spring, and this is autumn. So I think there is still a summer that exists, which is probably the Blaster Joker player, and then winter will be the Messiah. Yeah, so that's basically what I've been getting this week. These promos, and then these 2 new cards, so that I can just put them in the folder, have fun looking at them. I was thinking of like sending them off for grading, like my previous project, which I can just show you again. Because I did show in like not only my socials but also this channel before that I did. That's the only Vanguard card that I have graded, because I know I'm not going to use a Chrono Jet, and it's the first ASR in the V era that I pulled, so I just sent it out and got a pretty good grade, I think. Not a perfect 10, but at least a good thing to start with. Who knows like how many times it will just grow and become something very nice to have. But these ones, if I actually send them for grading, based on what I need to pay in Hong Kong right now, is basically like almost double the price, and plus a little bit more for a faster turnaround. Because this, I did spend quite a lot to get it to kind of like a standard shipping, and the thing that I sent, which is from other TGG from Dragon Ball, that I sent before, I still haven't got it yet. Yo. Yo. So yeah, so if I am going to use some cheap options to send this out, I probably need to wait like an extra year or 2, which I probably rather just keep them right here, give them some kind of protections, which I think a lot of people actually do have those right now. Quickly let me show you. Alright, so something like these kind of little cases that you can use, which is still nice, and you still get to choose quite different types of cases that you can store your cards or put them in the folder. Because like guessing more collection items, I do have like recently pulled this loop here. I still have like these pair that I did pull before, or even talking about some older cards. Like seriously, I don't know how much these worth right now, but I got like a pair of these. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff that you can still collect for Vanguard, and they don't always have to be expensive. Don't always have to be like the zero promos. If you do have some local friends that can go top, of course not always happening, but if you can have some friends help you out with that, then you can probably get them actually not too expensive. We can quickly do a little calculation. I'm only going to tell you one of the older ones that so for example the Senate. So it took a little bit of time that before we actually get the card, so the price actually dropped. Before like right now, how much I bought was somewhere within 40 USD, within 40 USD. So it isn't too bad, I have to say, because sometimes in these standards some kind of SPs are already that level already, so it isn't too bad as a 40. But if we are looking into like buying it a lot earlier, which will be somewhere around 7,000 yen, which is around 61 USD. So you can see some of them, the price already dropped. And of course, I do get a good offer, so that's also the reason why I'm picking it up. Yeah, but for these, I actually did pay like, including shipping, almost 70 to 90, but I think it's worth it because after I bought that price, it just went up sky high. Like, I bought them when they're also around 7,000 yen, but when I last checked, like last year, a few months ago, I saw them raise a little bit more, or even you can't find it. So it's all about timing. It's all about having some good connections to have you find some cards. Maybe if the guy sell me the stuff, still need to sell some stuff, and there's some people actually want to collect these cards, maybe he is also willing to sell them out, maybe. But also depending on how many he got left. So what I usually do is when he posts, I check the card, do I want it, then go for it or not. Lastly, just not a rant to the seller, but more kind of a thing to talk about with the actual card. Let's see if I can show you guys, because I need to actually look at the camera and then zoom that in and try to avoid some lights. Let's see. Okay, yeah, you see that? You see this cross? This still happens, not only to promos like this, but also to our like V-Clan collection in JP. So this sometimes, especially with these kind of collection cards, it really hurts. It's a print line is not something that damage on a card, but say if you really is a Chrono Jet fan and you can't get access to the card this easily, and then you see it on Mercari or on like Yahoo auctions, and then you use a lot of different methods to get the card, and you finally arrive and you see the cross. Yeah, see the print line right there, and what should you do? You can't do anything, because if you want to like get yourself another chance, you need to go through the same process again. And how many copies you can actually buy, no one can tell. Maybe if you're lucky, you are in Japan, and you might actually get access to multiple copies, or you even get to check the card if you like doing face to face, or maybe because you know Japanese, you can just talk to the people, ask them for some pictures. You can do that. But if you're using proxy services, then usually we won't get to do those, and it's a one shot. You buy it, you get the card. If it's hurt or anything, that's all we do. That's all we can have. Yeah. So again, I'm not blaming the seller for anything, because I am happy that he gave me a good price and I buy it, and it's a print line, so maybe all of his copies also get those print lines, so that can happen. Because as you can see, like from the V-Clan collection boosters and boxing that I did, like the first box or something, like every single pack I still find the print line somewhere. It is something that I do hope it can be fixed. Because I'm not like expert on printing cards or anything, so I don't know how that happened, but it sometimes happens, especially when I'm playing Dragon Ball TGG. I open the packs, I check the like higher rating cards, and I always see those. I know this kind of happens sometimes, but if they have a way to fix it, which, because not every single card is like that, so they should have a way to actually avoid that. Or maybe when they cut the cards, they check carefully, they don't put those out. Maybe I don't know. That's something that maybe they can do. Yeah. So yeah, that's basically all I did collect recently. Again, these ones, these are something that I bought before, but I'm happy with the cards, happy with collectible cards. Who knows, like maybe in a few years time, when people are starting to look for, say, a Chlorine Maelstrom, because it's so hard to find. But we do have, I think we do have the English version for this one as well. I can't remember. I remember the MLB, but I can't remember the rest. But yeah, maybe we can actually see a lot more of those in the future on the English side as well. But maybe some people are still looking for the JP version, and once they are gone from the market, they will just keep growing, and maybe it's time for me to act by then. But also, hopefully we can actually see different more units with different arts, and especially more Lane Joker stuff means we can play more grade 3 critical triggers that are Lane Jokers, and just have fun with grade 3s with the in premium, because there's a lot of cards that we can have fun with that, no matter you know that or not. Hopefully you do. Yeah. So that's it for this video. Just basically tell you what I've collected recently, as kind of a break for myself from fight videos and deck profiles as well, because I currently don't have time to go through everything right now. But don't worry, I will pick those back up, but just maybe I will need to control the time that I can actually post videos, not that frequently. I was doing 3 per week, but maybe I need to turn it to 2 per week or something. And then I'm also trying to work with a local store with Flesh and Blood, because you see me actually having the hero and like playing already, and I like that game very much. And because my friends that playing Vanguard are not always out every week, so whenever they don't come out, I just go to the other shop to play Flesh and Blood. But we haven't actually developed a lot of content right now. With new setup, we might think a little bit more, but we will see how actually we separate the contents and stuff. Maybe when I test out some new cards, then I will do more deck profiles on that. Then you will see a different balance between different games. But that's also what I'm looking for when we don't have a lot of stuff for Vanguard. Then maybe I can put more power, put more strength into Flesh and Blood, and then when Vanguard stuff is out, I will put more focus there, because this channel is still mainly for Vanguard, but I'm also involved in different card games like Battle Spirits, like Dragon Ball. Whenever I get a chance to like unboxing those cards, yeah, basically it. Yeah. So thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you guys in the next video. Signing off.